basically, I'm going to give you just brief history about Port St. Lucie and the PD, because I think that goes to how we got into community policing. So the city, as you know, was incorporated in 1961, but the PD wasn't incorporated until 1980. And it was started basically with 9 police officers as a result of the sheriff's office at the time not enforcing the city's ordinances, like high grass and little things that I'll call them quality of life issues, things that aren't seen as police problems. So the city wanted more control of how we enforce those ordinances, and we started with the police department in 1980. And 40 years later, now we're 273 officers, basically patrolling the 7th largest city, over 200,000 residences. So at the time, there was always that threat of we're going to get taken over by the sheriff's office, and how are we going to combat that? So the people here really took an ownership into making sure Port St. Lucie Police Department was successful, and they did that by getting into community policing, which was a basically customer service driven type of philosophy. And it's evolved into more of a customer service philosophy. At the time, it was community based, getting out in the community, getting to know our community. A lot of people think community policing is a tactic or a program, when it's just the opposite. It's a philosophy. It's what your department's culture will be based on. And a lot of chiefs of police and departments make the mistake of creating specialized units, and they call them community policing units. And they do that because it's easy to do. It's easy to have 1 or 2 officers doing something like that and say, oh, we do community policing, rather than it being an entire organization from the top down, because that's very hard to do. They always say changing, the culture in a police department is like bending granite. It's very difficult. So, and that's why most people won't do it. So they want to just have a little checkbox. But the leaders in our police department at the time were big into legitimacy, what we were doing. That's why we got into accreditation. And that's why we got into community policing, fostering those relationships with the community, getting out into the community, being part of the community. Like I've told you before, I can't go anywhere in the city now without someone thanking us for our service, or, paying for my lunch, or buying me a cup of coffee, because we just have that great relationship, with the residents here. They trust us, they give us information. So that's how it started. And now it's evolved into not only doing community policing and problem solving, but also into that more customer service driven type of relationship, the business relationship that we have with our residents today.